Hey guys, today's video is about French tips for every nail shape and a tutorial on how to create them. I want to start off by showing you guys the 4 different types of French tips and how to create them. The first one is called a straight tip, and it's very simple to make and really only works well on a square or swivel shape. Drag your brush in a straight line across the edge of the nail or use small downward strokes. The next tip is a standard tip. This is the most common type of French tip you'll probably see. You can freehand it or use a hole reinforcer as I did to use as a guide. Make sure to really stick down so the polish doesn't seep underneath. Next up is what I like to call the extreme French tip. Start with a straight or a standard tip, then come back with your brush to deepen the edges and create a dramatic smile line. Lastly, we have the chevron tip. You can use 2 downward strokes or cut some scotch tape as I did to use as a guide. The key to getting those crisp lines is removing the tape while the polish is still wet. And there you have it, a crisp chevron French tip. These are 5 of the most common nail shapes, and I'm going to show you which types of French tips are most flattering for each. For a square nail, a standard tip works very well on this shape. It's a timeless classic look that goes good with anything. Next is a swivel nail. For those that don't know, a swivel nail is simply a square nail with rounded corners. A standard tip also works best on this nail and looks very chic. For a round nail, I recommend an extreme tip since it accentuates the roundness of this nail. Again, start with the straight tip and come in to fill in those edges. On an almond nail, an extreme tip is also very flattering. I recommend to actually use a striper because you'll be able to get right up next to your cuticle and have less cleanup. Last up is the stiletto nail. Since this is a very pointy nail shape, a chevron tip works well. Make sure to cut your tape in about the same angle as the shape of the stiletto nail to keep it looking smooth and streamlined. And there you have it. Now you know the most flattering types of French tips for each nail. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.